Tonight, we're learning more about the lives of Amanda and Victor Frias Rosas, the married co-workers who were killed inside a Southeast Valley grocery store yesterday. Our team coverage continues tonight. Fox 5's Victoria Saha was in court for the shooting suspects hearing. But first, let's go to Talia Kirkland, who has new details from his arrest report. Talia?
Tom, Amanda and Victor were both employees here at this Smith's grocery store located near the South Maryland Parkway. And tonight they are being remembered. Behind me, a growing memorial filled with balloons, flowers, and pictures of the couples, all left here by co-workers, friends, and some even strangers, paying their respects after the couple was gunned down here inside of the store. Tonight we are learning new details about the man police say is responsible, including what investigators say he did just hours before walking into this store. New court documents obtained by Fox 5 outline a morning of terror that was planned and calculated. In it, police describe Alejandro Estrada as the person who shot and killed husband and wife Victor and Amanda Frias Rosa. According to court documents, Estrada is Amanda's ex-boyfriend. They share 2 children together, a 12 and 9-year-old, and were in the midst of a tense custody battle. Records show Estrada owed Amanda nearly $3,000 in child support payments. A court date was scheduled for next month. According to Estrada's roommate, weeks before the shooting, Estrada quit his job and began moving out of the home, telling his roommate he was likely going to jail. On the morning of May 12th, police records say Estrada left his home in North Las Vegas just before 7 a.m. dressed in all black with a backpack full of weapons. He arrived at Victor and Amanda's home just before 11 a.m. Police found the couple's surveillance camera ripped off, their back door shattered, gun casings, and their master bedroom ransacked. The couple wasn't home. They were at work at the nearby grocery store. Police say Estrada left their home and walked nearly 30 minutes to confront them. The arrest report says surveillance footage shows Estrada arriving at Smith's at 11:20 a.m. It goes on to say he found the 2 shopping and followed them down the aisle before firing multiple shots, killing the couple before calmly exiting the store and attempting to walk away. Estrada was tackled by 2 shoppers. This is video of them standing nearby as police take him into custody. In total, police say they found 4 guns on the suspect and multiple loaded magazines. A woman who was inside the store when the shooting happened just 1 hour over is still in shock.
The gunshots were so loud, you can tell it was gunshot, and I'm like, I can't believe I'm in this situation. I'm in a store. You don't know if there's more shooters in here. You don't know what's going on. He was really nonchalant, just walking. He walked right past my car. He walked past me.
Other shoppers, still stunned by the realization that this could happen at their local grocery store, spoke with us, calling the shooting unnerving.
I can't bear it. I can't. It's unreal at this point. It's unreal. Like,
man, this thing is getting crazy. So you have the situation with this Mexican immigrant, Alejandro Estrada, right? He went into the supermarket and unalived his ex-wife and her new husband, right? Amanda and Victor Rios, right? He unalived them, and while he was in there was 2 black dudes that was in there, Aston and Clark, right? They bum rushed him, beat him down, got the strap from him, right? This whole thing is crazy, right? So they was, people were saying, like, before this guy went and did this act, he was already saying that he's going to jail. He had owed this woman a whole bunch of backed up child support money that he wasn't paying, right? But you got these 2 brothers, man. One dude was in there. He was in there with his wife and his kids, right? So he sprung into action, and they went and disarmed this dude. The other guy, he owned, in that shopping center, he owned the barber shop there. So he was in there just to get something to drink, and they both said they heard shots. They took cover. One dude saw the boy, they ran down on him. They start wrestling over the gun, and he yelled for help, and that's when the other dude came, and and this whole thing got crazy, man. But let's take a look at these two brothers that was, that got involved to save the day.
The shooter's rampage was over quickly thanks to 2 men who happened to be in the store. Kim is back right now with their story.
Yeah, Tom, those men were unarmed, but they jumped into action, taking down the gunman with nothing but their physical strength. And tonight they are being hailed as heroes.
The employee has said, this is the guy.
Yep.
I was not letting him leave.
Yeah.
The suspected grocery store shooter on the ground in cuffs. A Metro officer using his knee to keep him pinned down. This Good Samaritan drags the suspect's backpack and brown handgun back toward the Metro officer once it's clear the suspect is subdued. The two men who took the shooter down embrace. Strangers before, now forever bonded. Darius Alstom and Mercani Clark shared their account of what happened with detectives and with us.
I'm on my way on the checkout. I hear 2 to 3 shots. Bam, bam. Immediately, I go down to my knees, and I look around. I see a lot of people running.
With his hand freshly bandaged, Mercani Clark describes the moments shots rang out inside of the Smiths.
And then I hear another ring of shots, probably around 5 to 6. Ba, 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 ba.
As people ran away, he ran toward the gunfire, an employee yelling for help.
She yelled out, there is a shooter. So while she yells out, there's a shooter, I don't know what happened. I just walked over there towards him. He pulled out his gun. We're wrestling for the gun. I'm trying to keep it from pointing to me. He's trying to point it this way, point it that way. So as I grab the gun, we fall to the ground, and that's when I'm like, help, help. So I'm pulling the gun away from him. That's when he comes over, hits him, strikes him, keeps him on the ground.
Darius Alstom left his barbershop nearby and was in the store to buy soda with his kids.
Get to the checkout line and the shots firing off. Bow, bow, bow. So I have my 2 little ones with me. I'm like, okay, so I get them all to cover.
Then he ran back inside.
He walks up and he grabs the dude like he's trying to get the gun away from him. So when I seen Clark, I go over there and I'm helping Clark out now because now Clark's life's in danger. I'm still on there beating this guy up, kicking him up, beating him, everything. Just trying to get him away from this bag.
The men say police got there fast and took over, and it's a good thing.
If they didn't come quick,
it would have been,
he wouldn't have made it.
Yeah, he probably would have been dead. If we would have let him go, say, to this KFC, it would have been over for KFC.
Yeah.
Who knows what was on that guy's mind that day.
And the men say they only found out after the fact that the gunman was heavily armed. They say in his backpack was an arsenal of ammo, other loaded guns, and an assault rifle. Tom?
Kim, thank you. And Smiths did release a statement following today's shooting, saying in part, quote, "We are deeply saddened by this senseless act of violence. The entire Smiths family is offering our thoughts, prayers, and support to our customers and associates." The Resiliency and Justice Center is offering free support for anyone impacted by today's shooting. People in need can get connected to resources like mental health support groups, legal aid services, and other help. If you'd like to take advantage of that, we have more information for you on our website, fox5vegas.com.
So thank God for Alston and Clark, because like they said, he was in a shopping center. Now, had he been able to get his stuff off going there, because he didn't plan to just unalive his ex-wife and her husband. He planned to go on an unaliving spree, because in that backpack he had a whole arsenal. So it was in those brothers' best interest to disarm this man and get him up out of there, right? Get him up out the way. Man, thank God that they did, because, you know, it's Vegas, it's hot outside, people are outside everywhere, people are just coming outside to just go do some shopping. They're not coming outside to go do shopping to lose their life. Right? Because you have this man that wants to come out here and carry on this way. Now, I don't know if he was let me rephrase that, because I know in the beginning of the video, I said that he was an immigrant, and I like to be accurate. I'm not sure if he was an immigrant or not, right? I don't know if he was a U.S. citizen or not. I like to be accurate when I speak. So strike that from the record, because I'm not sure. But I know that his name was Alejandro Alfonso Estrada, right, in his 30s, and he unalived his ex-wife, man. Right? So Tariq Nasheed, you know, he got wind of this, man, and he came to social media and said this.
Speaking of the West Coast, did y'all see what happened up in Vegas this week? Up in Vegas, there was a white tee Hispanic who tried to go on a little a pew-pew spree at a grocery store up in Vegas. This dude, a white tee Hispanic, I think it was some kind of beef with his ex. His ex was at a store or whatever. He went up there and pew-pewed her and this other dude in a store full of people. And some FBA brothers came through the rescue. Some FBA brothers disarmed the dude, whooped on him, stomped him down and subdued him until the police came. 2 unarmed FBA brothers. They put them fangs on his ass. The brothers didn't even know each other, but they sprung into action. One brother was upset because he was in there with his kids. He was like, wait, I know this dude ain't shooting and I got my kids in here. The brother went outside, put his kids in the car with his lady, went back up in there and started whooping on the gunman. You think? Look, this just happened. This just happened. Yeah, some real FBA business. West Coast, and the brothers did press conferences. They were asking the 2 brothers, they were like, hey, do y'all know each other? They're like, no, we just met. You know, I met him in the store when the thing went down. Yeah? They're like, yeah, we just met. And one of the brothers sounded like he kind of had a Bay Area accent, because, you know, a lot of people in Vegas are from here. They're from California. A lot of them either. The Las Vegas is full of SoCals and Bay Area people. And you know that combination ain't shit to play with. When you get a city full of town business and LA business, them, come on, man. That ain't nothing to play with right there. How do you know they were FBA? Come on. Yeah, we know. What do you mean how we know? Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know because we know. Yeah, they get on code. The fact that those brothers were on code with each other like that, they thought they knew. Let me tell you, I knew they're FBA because that's how we do. Let me tell you how I know they're goddamn FBA, because when Jordan Neely, going back to him, when he was getting choked out by Daniel Penny, all them melanated tethers was standing around. You understand what I'm saying? A bunch of melanated tethers was standing up there looking. You understand? I'm like, why are these people standing around? Then they start talking, they got damn accents. Yeah, because we don't do shit like that. When we see a threat and we see another brother getting hemmed up, or a brother trying to neutralize a threat, we tag in it. Hey, tag me in. I'm here with you. That's how we do. That's how FBA brothers get down. You understand? If we somewhere and we see some non-black people, some whitey people getting into it with a brother, by instinct we get active. That's how we work. We don't stand around like that. That's how y'all saw down in Montgomery. When those white T people tried to jump that brother, y'all saw what happened? That's FBA business right there. Yeah, that's why when FBA brothers are out and about, we generally speak to each other. My wife always makes jokes about that. She's like, y'all brothers always speaking to each other. Y'all always giving each other a head nod. Yeah, y'all know the head nod. Tethers don't do that. Y'all notice that? You can tell when somebody's a tether, because when you out and you give somebody a head nod and he's giving you the stank look. What do you get head nod? You mean, nigga? They're giving you that look. Tethers don't do that. They never do it. Y'all know that. They look at you with disdain. How you doing, brother? What is this? Kata, don't speak to me. I don't know you, nigga. They be on that. They got that kind of vibe. But FBA brothers, if we don't know each other, we speak, we're cordial. Especially if we're somewhere and it's only a few of us. Yeah, we give each other the head nod. You know what that is? That's an understanding that FBA men have. If we're somewhere and we're like outnumbered, if there's a bunch of white people or Hispanics or whoever, and we see or spot another FBA cat, we give each other the head nod. You know what the head nod is? Hey, man, if some shit go down, I got you. All right, if you got me, I got you. That's what the head nod is for. You understand? That's what the head nod is for. If it go down, I got you, you got me. Tethers don't understand that. You understand? That lets me know that they're down. And I've been in scraps before and randoms have come through with it. Yeah? That's how we get down.
So shout out to those 2 brothers, man, because we always getting paid in the worst light that they can. I'm glad that we in the news now for something positive, because there's a lot of positive things that we actually do or got things going on, but they don't promote it, right? So shout out to these two black men, man, for stepping up and saving lives, man, because this potentially could have been horrible. This could have ended real bad, right? Real bad. But these brothers cared enough about the public to step in and risk their own lives, risk being taken away from their own children and family, right? They sprung into action to save lives, man. And this is the real true spirit and heart of foundational black Americans and black people in general. This is the true spirit and heart, man. So, like I said, this guy was a Alejandro Estrada dude, right? Out here just busting his gun and taking lives and stuff like that, man. So, for the, you know, with the administration going on right now, with ICE and everything going around, this ain't going to be a good look for the Hispanic community, unfortunately. This definitely won't be a good look. This guy just at some point just lost it and just went crazy. But y'all gotta let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.